What exactly have we added to the new 911 Turbo S models? An additional 30 horsepower and 50 Newton-meters more torque, to be precise, achieved through the tuning of the efficient 3.8-liter six-cylinder boxer engine with direct fuel injection, DFI, VarioCam Plus, expansion intake system, and variable turbine geometry, VTG. Generating 390 kilowatts or 530 horsepower between 6,250 and 6,750 RPM, and a maximum torque of 700 Newton meters between 2,100 and 4,250 RPM. However, fuel consumption and CO2 emissions are no higher than those of the 911 Turbo. A visible sign of the extra power in the engine space is the carbon air filter housing featuring a Turbo S badge. The top speed is now 315 kilometers per hour, 196 miles per hour. Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour takes 3.3 seconds. In addition to the increased power and active all-wheel drive, Porsche Traction Management, PTM, these performance figures are achieved using the 7-speed Porsche Doppelkupplung, PDK, which is standard in the 911 Turbo S models. As is the 3-spoke sport steering wheel with gearshift pedals. The Sport Plus button on the center console is fitted as standard. It activates launch control for the best possible acceleration from a standing start, and the motorsport-derived gearshift strategy for racing-style gear changes with PDK. Also standard are the dynamic engine mounts, an electronically regulated system to control the stiffness of the engine mounts. This makes driving more comfortable and, above all, more dynamic. The dynamic engine mounts reduce the vertical oscillations of the engine, for example, when accelerating from a standstill under full load. The result, more traction and improved acceleration. In the new 911 Turbo S models, Porsche Torque Vectoring, PTV, including a mechanically locking rear differential, is standard. When driving dynamically, the wheel on the inside of the bend brakes slightly as the steering is engaged. This gives the wheel on the outside of the bend more propulsion force, enabling increased angular momentum in the desired direction of travel. The advantages are increased agility and more dynamic steering behavior at low and medium speeds, and greater stability at high speeds, in combination with a rear differential lock. The forged aluminum 19-inch RS Spyder wheels have a center locking system based on that used in race cars, for fewer rotating masses and a more responsive drive. 1993, Porsche 911 Turbo S. Type 964. It was 1993 when the Porsche engineers first decided to give the 911 Turbo something more. The 911 Turbo S was launched on the market in a limited special edition of 86 units. The power of the 3.3-liter flat engine was increased to 381 horsepower. Even back then, the developers' focus was on efficiency. The vehicle weight was significantly reduced compared to the 911 Turbo. 1997, Porsche 911 Turbo S Type 993. The engineer's drive to get something more out of the 911 Turbo was reawoken in 1997. The drive to contrast the top model 911 Turbo with an even more powerful counterpart. The last air-cooled 911 Turbo thus became the 450 horsepower 911 Turbo S, thanks to an optimized engine management system. The increased power was also taken into consideration visually. Carbon elements in the interior and optimized aerodynamic vehicle parts outside gave the 911 Turbo S an unmistakable appearance. 2004. Porsche 911 Turbo S Type 996. As a new turbo model took to the stage in 2004 with a 996, a new 911 Turbo S was also launched. The power of the coupe and cabriolet was increased to 450 horsepower by optimizing the charge air coolers and engine electronics. The special role of the S model was taken into consideration not only through the increased power, but also better equipment. At Porsche, more power as standard also means more safety features as standard. For example, with the Porsche Ceramic Composite Brake System, PCCB, that has been put to the test in motorsport. This too is fitted as standard in the 911 Turbo S models. The key advantage is a weight saving of around 50% compared to standard brake discs. That means fewer unsprung and rotating masses. For improved road holding, greater braking power, and even more agility. Also, PCCB ensures excellent fade resistance, thanks to consistently high friction coefficients. Dynamic cornering lights are able to swivel up to 15 degrees into the corner, so the road ahead is illuminated much more effectively. The S of the new 911 Turbo S models also features on the exclusive interior equipment. Starting with the Turbo S logo on the rev counter and on the door sills. Adaptive sports seats, cruise control, and the 6-disc CD/DVD auto changer are standard. In addition to the wide range of colors and materials, there are 2 special standard trims available for the 911 Turbo S models. 2-tone leather in black and cream or black and titanium blue, with corresponding contrasting seams on the seats, door panels, and dashboard. As in all 911 Turbo models, Porsche Communication Management, PCM, including navigation module, is also fitted as standard. As is the Bose surround sound system with a total output of 385 watts.